So we were talking about rhythm section now, right? So you have one of the longest standing rhythm sections in the country in a metal band at this point of time, right? Because of the drum samples and like bass libraries, everything is going on. Right? What's your take on like improving, constantly improving as a drummer and like being irreplaceable in a band? Like, have you switched to an E kit at this point, or
now I hardly play my kit.
Okay.
So when I was in Bangalore,
Yeah.
because I was a bachelor in Bangalore, Bangalore tenants problems.
Yeah.
So I couldn't play acoustic drums, right?
100%.
So उस time पे one of my students in Bangalore, he went to the US, and उसके साथ भी same problem था. He had a good kit at his home, but he couldn't play it loud out loud, because of the noise and everything. So he got me these mesh heads, Evans के. So I installed those. So sometimes I used to practice that, but every time we used to jam, उसमें सुनाई तो like it's, for my practice it's cool, but for jamming it's not, right? So I had my kit. The first thing I did when I went to Bangalore was buy. I bought an e-kit, right? So we started jamming on that, and similarly like Riptide का जो intro है, ठीक है? That is on the e-kit. Me and Arindam were just shifting to different samples, and एकदम से Arindam मैंने उसको बजाया, मैंने कहा रुक जा भाई.
Okay.
ठीक है, और फिर मैंने वो टॉम पे
Okay, so that's so even that was on an e-kit. It's not sampled in a machine, drum machine.
कोई machine नहीं, वो बजाया मैंने, वो जो intro है वो बजाया. ठीक है, अभी आने वाले गानों में भी कुछ ऐसी हैं चीजें, ठीक है? तो वो बजाया मैंने, तो ऐसे like it was all that. So in Bangalore e-kit helped me a lot, and it helped the band to instantly come up with something, and at least have a structure, basic structure, which I think is the foundation, is the most important thing for anything. As an instrumentalist or as a band or as a song or for anything. So the fundamental was strong, and over that then we built it. So now after COVID, post-COVID, since I am here, I don't play it, man. I don't play my electronic. I hate playing electronic. Understandable. Because now as a drummer, as you asked, how do I keep going? As a drummer, right now, I'm learning all the different styles of music, and so somehow, just because just learning everything helps me in everything else also. 100%. Just trying to be unique, or just something different.
No, writing wise, he comes up with some really insane parts.
Nice.
And that stuff, even if I'm playing something very basic, he'll come up with something so groovy and unique on top of that. Good drummer makes or breaks the band. Now, your is like definitely on the other side, like the better side of the spectrum, 100%. So like we just talked about the rhythm section. Like, so I know Arindam also plays guitar. So how do two guitarists like actually communicate, right? Because I have faced this problem a lot. Like if I'm with another guitarist, like how do you actually agree on parts? And the thing is, he has to sing on those parts also. So he's actually listening and making those parts, like he's listening to it twice or thrice as much as the normal person in a band, right? Because thing is, you have to lock in the structure for him to sing over. And if he's written the riff, there's a very good chance he's very bored of it also by the end of it, right? So how do you guys like come to a consensus? Like, yahi part hai, like this is the good guitar part. So this actually comes down to a lot of like the trust that we've built over the years. And even while we're writing parts, it's not like I'm sending him the whole finished done part. I send him like an idea that I have in my head, just a phone recording of it. He listens to it, and he also has that understanding that, okay, he's going to come up with something around these lines. I also know that, okay, he would be, going in a certain direction. So while writing for Frostcraft, definitely we have that understanding with each other that, okay, this is the direction that we could go in. Now, of course, there's a lot of like tweaking that happens throughout the process, and then we get to like, okay, this part finally fucking goes through. Many times it happens like at the very end of it, we'll change something and we don't like it, and we're like, okay, let's chuck this off. Like, this is actually the case with a lot of our songs where we're not able to put out the new music because there are so many parts that we want to change now. But again, songwriting process between me and him and even Anish or Tanu, we are very involved in each other's writing process from the very beginning. It's not like we're always sending parts, but it's not like that doesn't happen. That happens as well. It's like a mix of that. But again, that trust that we've built over the years, so that helps a lot.
Okay, so you guys are not working in silos. Everything is put on the table and like you just mix it up, like whatever works kind of thing. Like, so is there like a consensus mechanism? Like, do you like vote on parts ki sabko pasand aaya ya tabhi jayega, something like that?
Definitely. I mean,
unless everyone is happy with it or not, if everyone is not feeling it,
or somebody
it
is
just-
really reluctant, नहीं
Yeah.
चाहिए ही चाहिए.
Okay.
So then it doesn't. But it does. वो तो है,
And
it
like,
happens.
who's the most anal about their parts की रखना ही रखना है in the band? कौन सा?
don't know.
हाँ, मतलब,
And probably me.
yeah. Your name came to my head पहले. But yes. I mean, everyone has their parts that they really want to keep. But yeah, definitely Anish.
I know, Tanu.
Anish is up there. Otanu still listens. Anish is up there. They're like, no, this is gonna be like this. इसको ऐसे ही रखेंगे, इसको यही निकालेंगे हम लोग. And he's right too. Like he's very much on point with a lot of stuff. That's why it goes.
Nice. And like there has been like a constant evolution in your sound and aesthetics of the whole band itself. It has grown. Like 2019, it was something else,
Yeah.
and the last two releases more new metal inspired. Like,
Yeah.
was that a conscious decision or was it just a natural progression for you guys?
I don't think we decided on it. Like we sat with it and decided like, okay, consciously this is the direction we'll go in. But like personally also as we all grew, not just as artists, as people, those all things seeped into it, and sort of that reflects on our music, on the visuals, on the style that we have. I would say that the style and art direction and all of that, the visuals, Arindam has a huge part.
Yeah.
A
Arindam
huge
plays a
part
huge
in
part
that.
in the visual, because like he paints and does all that stuff, right? He has like Arindam has made the paintings for all our singles, right? Yeah. So probably in like album launch, whenever it's gonna be.
Yeah,
So,
so there's a-
so yeah.
So he's taking care of the visual parts.
Oh
also.
yeah, he does. Man. He does.
yeah, he's very much into it, the design and the visuals of it. So he has a painting for every single that we have written, and he like gets into a zone where he'll just listen to the song that we've written and try to throw it on the canvas.
Yeah.
So yeah, he plays a major part in the.
Are those also the artworks for your song?
No.
Okay.
These are separate.
Okay, it is when you actually put out a show, album launch show, and there will be
Probably.
paintings on the side,
Probably.
right?
Like in a-
Yeah. Oh, I would 100% be there. Na?
Oh man, you have to.
Something different, right?
He's very on point with the painting part and the art and all of that. It's a lot of fun to even watch him
Yeah.
translate all of that and throw it on the canvas. That's really nice.
Nice.
But yeah, it's not like we took a conscious decision like, okay, we're going to go in this direction, we're going to make new metal music or anything like that. It just came out to be sort of new metal e-heart, but it might be like our next song is something else entirely.
Okay.
Very death metal inspired.
Yeah,
It's pop. It's not, there's no one direction or genre that we
So it's
try
just
to
open,
follow.
right?
It's
Like
open. It's as open as it can be.
nice.
There's nothing stopping anyone from playing anything.
So at the end of Riptide, your song, right? So is that a ring modulator at the end that affects? Like what is it?
You're talking about the tapping part?
Yeah.
That siren kind of thing. Right. No, so that's a rotary. So I use the rotary a lot. In a lot of our songs, you'll hear the rotary. Even Ehart's chorus, there's a background lead where there's a rotary going on. In Riptide solo, there's a rotary. So I... Even Arindam loves that sound. Like we all, when we write, it really goes with the whole spectrum. I've been screwing with that tone for a very long time now to make something of it. But yeah, it's a rotary. I tried a ring modulator too, but that just makes it very
Very
it cuts through everything. Like it's the ring modulator now. The rest takes a backseat. So yeah.
That is true.